For you are not only subject to the risk of decline in the world, you are also subject to the risk of subjugation from beyond. And that is why there is a new message from God in the world. Because without this new message, humanity would not see, it would not know, and it would not act appropriately. It would not prepare for a future that will be unlike the past. It will not recognize the gravity of its situation. And it will not alter its course, its direction, or its behavior. This will require strength and courage from each person. Here you cannot be lazy and self-indulgent. Here you cannot be indifferent or ambivalent. For everything you value is at stake. Everything that humanity has ever created that is beneficial is at stake. Everything that you love is at stake. Every person, every place, everything. Do not assure yourself in thinking that the town you live in, or the country you love, or the lovely wilderness that has inspired you, or the beauty of nature, or the sacred and holy sites will be able to survive under the great waves of change and the greater darkness that is in the world. You must find a deeper strength, the strength of knowledge within you as an individual, the greater strength that God has placed within you, that you must find and follow. For everything around you will be in question and will be in turmoil, and great uncertainty will prevail. And this uncertainty will either defeat you, or it will call from you a greater strength, a greater wisdom, the strength and the power of knowledge, a greater intelligence that the Creator of all life has given to the human family, and that resides undiscovered within each person. It is this knowledge now that must come to the fore, for this is what will give humanity the strength and the courage and the determination and perseverance to carry out what will be necessary. It is only this greater power within you that can restrain human grievance, human anger, and the dreadful weight of human history. You may see what is possible for humanity. You may see what has to change, but what will give you the strength to change this within yourself and to become part of the change in the world that will be required? Here you cannot simply say, well, other people will not be able to change. Humanity will not be able to change. Therefore, I don't need to change. You do need to change. You have not found your strength. Your energy is misappropriated. You are lost in what you want and what you are afraid of. You are committed to things without consequence. You value things without value. You make assumptions that have no foundation and will not stand in the face of great change. You have beliefs that are inconsistent with life and with where life is going. There is great change that must happen within enough people. Not everyone will be able to make this change, but enough will have to counteract the temptation to fight and to struggle and to wage war upon others. And this temptation will be very great in the future, be very strong. And the temptation for you to take sides and to think that you should join a group that is being imperiled, or that you should join a group that is trying to overcome other groups, would be very strong. And your life will be threatened and challenged because you live at these great times. But it is also true that you have come into the world to serve the world in these great times, and that knowledge within you is fully prepared for what is to come. It is not afraid of the world. It is not afraid of what might happen here. It does not care about the things that you care about, necessarily. It is here on a mission within you, and this is your mission in life. But you will never find this mission through your desires and your fears, and your political views, and your cynicism and your judgment of others. You will not find this greater power through wishful thinking, or to trying to believe or insist that the world is better than it really is. You will not find the strength that you will need to survive and to contribute to a world in need unless you can face the great waves of change, unless you can allow them to inform you of what you must reconsider and that you must do even today to begin the long preparation that will be required. For no one can stay where they are and hope to be in a position advantageous in the future. This is why there is a new message from God in the world, because people do not know what is coming and do not know how to prepare, and do not know of the greatest strength that lives within them. Do not think that everyone has to find this strength, for not everyone will be able to. But you will need to. You and others like you will need to. And you are not yet in a position to understand the nature of this strength, or how effective it can be in an uncertain world. The new message from God establishes what must be understood, establishes what is coming, and establishes the great need for preparation. It emphasizes what each individual can do in discovering the power of knowledge within themselves, and how they must consider their relationship with the world itself and with others. It speaks of the great change that is coming, and sets a direction for human activity, and human behavior, and human understanding. God's new message is not bound by any institution or government in the world, for it is a message from God. God has sent a messenger into the world to deliver this message. Do not ever think that God has sent all the messages in the world that God will ever send, for this cannot be true. Do not think that the past is determining the future, for in truth the future is determining the present. The future is not here to fulfill the past. Even the messengers that God has sent into the world could not foresee what is coming now. Therefore, a new message of God must be sent into the world, for humanity is entering a new reality. A reality for which it is unprepared and unaware. A reality that even the great messages that God has sent into the world cannot fully and adequately prepare humanity in time.